It has been a busy offseason for the Dallas Cowboys regarding their defensive line. Looking at the edge rusher spots in particular, Dallas signed veteran free agent Dante Fowler Jr. to bring him back to the Cowboys after a year with the Washington Commanders and added depth by signing former first-round pick Peyton Turner of the New Orleans Saints. In the NFL Draft, the Cowboys were licking their chops when they got the chance to draft Boston College sack-getter Donovan Ezerwaku in the second round. This is the second straight year of Dallas drafting a defensive end in the round 2, with Marshawn Kneeland still on the roster from 2024. Of course, all of this activity is overshadowed by the contract speculation surrounding star edge rusher Micah Parsons, which remains a storyline a week out from training camp. Getting lost in the fold is the Cowboys' second-rounder from 2022, Sam Williams. Williams was an exciting prospect with an excellent combination of speed and strength coming out of Mississippi State. His potential remains high, but his name has received less attention lately, mostly for reasons out of his control. Williams was unfortunately drafted to a team already deep at the edge rusher position, so when he was a rookie, he was stashed behind the likes of Parsons, Fowler, during his first stint, veteran DeMarcus Lawrence, and others. Then he suffered a torn ACL at the beginning of last training camp, which knocked him out all of last year. As the Cowboys roster begins to take shape before heading to Oxnard, fans and chat rooms have seemed to forget about all the promise that Williams initially brought. He has been mentioned as a potential trade candidate leading up to the start of this season.
Why?
Your guess is as good as mine. But let's consider all angles. Williams, even in a crowded room, was able to put on a show as a rookie. He finished the year with 4 sacks, 3 fumble recoveries, and 10 tackles for loss, proving the hype was real. In year 2, things continued to look up. His 2023 season saw 4.5 sacks, another forced fumble, a safety, and 4 more tackles than the year before. Last season was where things changed. Williams' devastating injury sacrificed a season, one in which many people believed could be his true breakout year as Lawrence continued getting older and Fowler had left for Washington. Now to today, Williams is expected to head to camp fully healthy, but Cowboys fans have seemed to forget about how he can still impact the team with everything he showed when on the field. There are multiple reasons why the Cowboys won't trade Williams, and the first is his position. The edge rusher unit is a crucial group that needs versatility and depth, so Williams is a valuable piece to that rotation. But Dallas would also be smart about examining his trade potential. Yes, he's shown true promise and lived up to his draft pedigree so far, but he's coming off a full year off after scary knee injury. His return, of course, weighs in the balance. Who would want to gamble on something like that? Plus, past examples of questionable behavior and attitude doesn't bode well for his reputation and are traits other teams would likely avoid. Over the course of his 3-year career, his market value may be at the lowest it's ever been right now. At best, Dallas might get a late-round draft pick in return, which is not nearly worth giving him up for with so much untapped potential still there. Assuming Williams is a full go for Week 1, he will still be in the midst of a loaded rotation, but his spot should be secure. In the time he's been on the field, his playmaking has proved that he deserves to get snaps. That won't change as long as he feels 100% healthy, confident, and aggressive. Parsons will be a mainstay on the line. Lawrence is gone, but Fowler has returned in a comparable role. Turner is an odd case, as he still has something to prove at training camp to avoid being cut. His few years in New Orleans have left a lot to be desired. Kneeland is just a second-year player, but profiles as a more useful run-stopper rather than pass rusher. And Easy is a rookie, kind of in a similar spot as Williams was in 2022, with a chance for spotty opportunities to sub in and prove himself. Sam should assume a position ahead of those latter 3 in the depth chart. That then becomes an integral part of the rotation behind the starting unit, which is definitely not a piece worth trading, especially being the prospect that he is. Williams' injury recovery may have forced him to be forgotten about at this stage of the offseason, but the 2025 year should remind Cowboys Nation of the exciting Slam Williams days of the past if everything goes according to plan. Fowler is also aging, so his spot in the starting lineup could come sooner than expected if he performs well this year. At 26 years of age, Williams will have to regress on the field or in between the ears in order to make a case for a trade. That simply hasn't happened, so the Cowboys shouldn't bother moving him. In a recent CBS Sports coaching rankings, the Dallas Cowboys' new headman found himself in a spot that you don't want to be. Brian Schottenheimer will be coaching his first year after taking over for Mike McCarthy, and he is already finding himself being doubted by everyone in the sports world. To be fair, he has no head coaching experience, and although his dad was a great head coach, that does not always mean you will be. Ranking. Out of all 32 head coaches, CBS Sports ranked Schotty as the second worst heading into the season. Brian Callahan, the current head coach of the Tennessee Titans, was the only coach that was ranked below him. In a recent CBS Sports coaching rankings, the Dallas Cowboys' new headman found himself in a spot that you don't want to be. Brian Schottenheimer will be coaching his first year after taking over for Mike McCarthy, and he is already finding himself being doubted by everyone in the sports world. To be fair, he has no head coaching experience, and although his dad was a great head coach, that does not always mean you will be. Ranking. Out of all 32 head coaches, CBS Sports ranked Schotty as the second worst heading into the season. Brian Callahan, the current head coach of the Tennessee Titans, was the only coach that was ranked below him. To say his promotion after Mike McCarthy's exit was an anticlimactic surprise would be an understatement, CBS Sports writes. But this is Jerry Jones' show, so it's actually par for the course. We all know he was handpicked by not only the front office, but Dak Prescott and the rest of the offensive guys, who probably did not want to leave an entire new system yet again. Over the summer months, we have seen the players buy into the vibe Schotty has been bringing to the team, but can he coach? That is the biggest question. Yes, it will only be training camp, but let's see how he starts the summer off and how the flow goes. I guess the best thing working in his favor is that he has the chance to flat out prove every single person wrong, including myself. I was beside myself when they made this hire, and I do indeed enjoy the team buying into his good vibes. It just feels different from the Mike McCarthy experience. Yet, at the end of the day, he still has to be able to coach on Sunday, Monday, and Thursday. I think the Cowboys are going to have an above-average offense with CeeDee Lamb and Gurge Pickens. I just hope they can run the ball well enough and the defense can at least bend but don't break. I am worried about that side of the ball a tad bit more, but until Schotty can prove to everyone he can coach, he will get doubted every single week. He will get his chance on the national stage in the first game of the NFL season against the defending Super Bowl champions. You want to make a statement, it does not get any better than that. With trade rumors swirling around San Francisco 49ers star Jauan Jennings, the Dallas Cowboys appear to have emerged as a leading contender to secure the wide receiver's signature, should the opportunity arise. While Jennings has remained with the 49ers throughout his NFL career, current dynamics suggest the veteran wide receiver may be on the verge of leaving Kyle Shanahan's team. At the time of this writing, the 49ers have not traded Jauan Jennings to the Cowboys, nor to any other NFL team. However, current rumors indicate that the 28-year-old football player may soon consider a trade proposal to San Francisco. Jennings is reportedly seeking a significant upgrade to his current contract with the 49ers. However, Schefter's update suggests that if Jennings doesn't reach a better deal with his current team before training camp begins next week, the former Tennessee Volunteers player could request a transfer to a team that meets his financial needs. According to CBS Sports' Cody Benjamin, the Cowboys could be a possible destination for Jauan Jennings if his negotiations with the 49ers fall through. In his latest report, the renowned journalist noted that the six-time Super Bowl champions are actively seeking to recruit players to help their starting quarterback. In this situation, Jennings could cost significantly less than another premium target. Better yet, he brings the kind of rugged physicality and positional versatility that the offensive coordinator would likely prefer, Benjamin stated. Jauan Jennings' trade proposals to the Cowboys and other NFL teams stem from his alleged demand for a better contract. The wide receiver, who is set to earn $7.5 million in the final year of his contract with the 49ers, is coming off his best NFL season to date, recording 77 receptions, 975 yards, and 6 touchdowns last season.